Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel, share our videos with a couple of friends, and also ring the bell for notifications so you can keep getting cool updates like this from me, Neff. Now, let's jump into this. This news just hit right now, within the last 2 hours, and I thought it was very interesting. Definitely wanted to share it with you, ladies and gentlemen, and definitely want to get thoughts from you down in the comments if you would like to share, and we can have some discussion about that. Timothee Chalamet is star in Sleepy Hollow, so it looks like we could be getting a Sleepy Hollow reboot, maybe a remake, depends on how you look at it. But let's read into this. Very hard to gauge just how accurate this latest intel is from Daniel RPK, but I gather, much like most of his scoops, he got this one from a production grid, which tend to be decently reliable sources for new information. With that said, Timothee Chalamet has apparently been offered the lead role in Disney's Ichabod, another take on Washington Irving's Sleepy Hollow, directed by Alfonso Gomez-Rejon. As far as we know, Chalamet is involved in only one 2025 production, and that's Dune Messiah, set to shoot in the summer. Word is that he doesn't start production on his Wonka sequel until early 2026, so looks like Wonka is definitely getting that sequel. Talked about that in a couple videos before, so go watch that in the catalog. Sleepy Hollow had already been turned into a stellar film back in 1999 and directed by Tim Burton. To me, one of his more darker, serious-toned films. Always Tim Burton has a dark spin on his films, but this one had a more serious tone to it. This was a gothic supernatural thriller starring Mr. Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci, and loosely based on Irving's 1820 short story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. There have been a few other takes, but Burton's version is the most well-known film adaptation of Irving's source material. And that's the gist of the information that we have here. Obviously, this just broke. We don't have too much information about this, but I actually do like Mr. Chalamet as the lead in this role. I feel like he has the range to do it. I feel like he has the look. A director that I'd actually like to see tackle Sleepy Hollow in particular is Robert Eggers. I do think he would show much appreciation to the source material. He is known for tackling these type of projects. An 1820 story. I mean, who better than Robert Eggers to film this? So if this does happen, that would be awesome. Those are my two choices. Obviously, Timothee to be the lead. The female co-star, I'd have to think about that. There are a couple ideas that I do have regarding that, and maybe you could get Lily Rose Depp back in that as well. I think that would be interesting as well, but I would definitely like to see Robert Eggers do something like Sleepy Hollow. Robert Eggers is working on Werewolf, and that's going to be a film that he's releasing on Christmas of 2026, but this is interesting, very interesting, and this could go many different ways. Hopefully this is true. We're going to take it with a grain of salt right now, but let's keep our fingers crossed. Ladies and gents, what do you think about this? What do you think about the prospects of this project? Who else would you like to potentially see in this film, and who can you think of that you would like to see direct a film of this caliber and this aesthetic? I do think you have to be particular about who you have starring in the film to act these roles out, and who you have directing, and of course, the writing. That's the most important, because if you don't have a screenplay, you don't have a film. So it is a film that also does write itself, because it is a short story. You can expand upon that short story while paying respect to the source material, but also you want to be able to bring it into the modern time as well, so that it does connect, kind of like how Robert Eggers did Nosferatu, which is another film you should definitely go see if you haven't seen it. But yes, cool news there, ladies and gents. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with a couple of friends and colleagues, let them know to subscribe as well. With all that being said, be safe. It's Neff signing off.